Hot favourite Real King, 2's on in all gold colours. Light is on. Set race aid, gates open racing, and Real King was away sweetly. The $1.50 favourite straight out to the early lead. From on the inside, Munster, a bit of Zara's third, Military Manor is fourth. There's Revelio going forward on the outside. I'm No Ruby Blood, a length and a half of the 2 Greys, Natural Sign, and Raffin Silver on the outside. But Real King is out by 2 lengths from Revelio going into second. Munster third, the rails, a length and a half to a bit of Zara, Blooded on the outside. I'm No Ruby, Military Manor, second last Raffin Silver. And last of all is Natural Sign, but Real King, he's gone further in front down the side. He led by 4 lengths at the 600 metres mark from Revelio. Munster is third, followed by a bit of Czar. Next the outside, Blooded. Raffin Silver's improving. A long way back as I'm No Ruby, Military Manor. And Natural Sign is last and coming out wide, but Real King, he's about 5 lengths in front. Can he keep going homeward bound? A bit of Czar goes into second. I'm No Ruby stayed back nearer the inside with Munster. And the 2 Greys, Raffin Silver, Natural Sign, run home down the outside. Real King at the 150, the leader. A bit of Czar tries Czar, but Real King is clear from a bit of Czar, and Real King goes all the way. Real King wins the last by 2.5 lengths to a bit of Czar, and third goes to I'm No Ruby, Munster fourth in, followed by Blooded, Military Manor, Revelio, and the final 2 are Natural Sign and Raffin Silver. Too classy, Real King. He's a nice tight. Number 11, Jeffrey Lloyd for Robert Heathcote. Too good for those. A bit of Czar tried hard. Likewise, I'm No Ruby, but it's all about the King in the last race, Real King. Jeff Lloyd for Robert Heathcote, very heavily backed and goes all the way to win the last race. 11.812, the numbers confirmed by the judge. 11.812, 110.59 the time. 34.86 the last 600, 34.86. 110.59 the overall time. 11.81 and 2. 11.81 and 2. Very progressive type. He won his maiden in Birdsville, trained last year by Craig Smith. He's now had 3 runs for Robert Heathcote. And he's come out of some good class ones, and today he was just way too good for those. He pinged on the bunny, and he's been too good. 2 3/4 by 2.5. 2 3/4 by 2.5. 110.59 the time, and 34.86 the last 600 metres. 11.812, 9/5, but the last favourite heavily back, too good, Real King.
Bit of a handshake here, but obviously this horse has done really well since joining his stable this preparation. He had the second first up behind Oradonna. That race looked a little above average, and then he ran third last time out in a 1200. Rob was really worried about the conditions of the track here today coming into this race, but luckily he goes home a winner. Well, Rob, a couple of yours didn't handle the going here today, but this chap did.
Yeah, had a bit of a dirty day up to now, and Ipswich can be like that. And even with a short, favourite in the last, I mean, there's still that query with the ground, because it's not like a Caloundra Heavy or a Dooman Heavy or Eagle Farm. It gets really gluey and sticky, but Jeff rode him well, and he's a nice horse. He's got some ability, and I think he's starting to show through.
Yeah, he's sort of a wiry customer. He doesn't carry a lot of condition, but I liked that about him when I saw him here today, given he's on a wet track.
You'll laugh how we educated him. I was having a few barrier problems, so I called Craig Smith at Raymer and said, could you take him to Birdsville? Nothing like a short trip to educate the buggers sometimes.
I wondered how he ended up out there.
Yeah, look, we had him, and he was just, he got a bad spook at his first start at Dooman, and it was one of those races where there were a lot of naughty ones in there, and he got a spook, and we just couldn't turn him around. We sent him out to Washpool, we sent him for further education, and nothing was working, but 15 hours on a float to Birdsville did.
Birdsville sorted him out. Well, enjoy the win. I'm sure there's plenty more in him.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah, there's Rob Heathcote talking about Real King. He's definitely been sorted out now because he was on his best behaviour here today. That's good evening for me. Have a great night. Let's go back to Scone and Greg.